Drop your weapon. All right, man. Load your weapon. Load your weapons, whatever.
Hey, welcome to Marcus Max Hawaii, the channel. Yeah, I got my little stuff together, and welcome to take 2. Yeah, the stuff, man. We're going to get the freaking thing, just the stuff, and then I packed up all the equipment to go edit.
Standing around doing nothing.
What do you know, soldier? Sorry, trooper. Trooper. Kope. Even Kope is cold. Okay. There's lots in the news today. There's an election in Ethiopia. Good for them. I hope they're good. Hope it works out well. There's election, well, not an election, but there's a vote in Congress. See, I got my little headphones. I can monitor. I went too close to this. This is coronal. You're supposed to spot right like this, like across the top here. Not back here. This one, in this setting. Whatever. But I was looking at it. It's the voter rights. Okay. Nationally, all across the states, there's a bill in Congress and they vote. You can have voter rights where your rights won't be taken away. And everybody can vote. This is the way it should be. That's what the Congress should know. But they're farting around with GOP. You know, whatever. I hope they pass it because voting elections is up to the states, and then the states put their stuff back to and they report back to the Capitol. But then, you know, you got mobsters, and they don't want to investigate the mobster, the big mob, the violent. If they went further, people would have been, well, people were killed, but they would have been like the kind hanging from the gallows. Hanging from the gallows pole. And welcome to, yeah, the Zep newspaper. Yeah, this is where we look at the newspaper. This is kind of like because it's news and it's on the paper. It's on paper. For you younger generations, that's something made out of the pulp of trees and plants, and they recycle stuff now, so it's a little less invasive on the forests of the earth and the oxygen that you might breathe, that the plants breathe out. Anyways. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to focus on the letters to the editor because it's just because. And what time we got? This thing is like freaking just whacked me, man. Less than that. We don't have that much. All right. So, what's in the news? Yeah. Here. First, you like my hat? Yeah. I didn't even watch the old Magnum PI to be Scout's honor. Not much. Higgins once in a while. Oh my God, Magnum! That was kind of funny. I don't know. Tom Selleck in short shorts. The Ferrari, I don't know, didn't turn my key. He lives next door, and I had to move my car, and I parked right underneath his mailbox, and so you just pull up, and the company gave him the Ferrari, I guess to use, and then maybe to have the Ferrari, that Ferrari was parked behind my car and I was stuck. So I had to ask him, like, hello. I didn't know. I'm just always, when it comes to famous people, you're Jack Lord. And I don't know what else to say. He comes up, right? I have jeans on because I'm going to go beaching. Grungy. Anyways, trying to make this short. He comes up and he's real tall, and I'm like, your car, can I ask you to move your car so I can get out? And he's like, oh yeah. He's like, wait a minute, the keys are in it. Then he couldn't get out the gate because it's like, he's like, no, he couldn't get out the gate, right? And his key was on the key ring, I guess. But he goes, oh, the keys are in. Could you get the keys? So it's convertible, and these things are unusually wide. And I had jeans on with this big maple leaf brass belt buckle. So it's like leaning over the car. It's leaning over. My ass is in the air. My feet are in the air like ballerina, trying to reach the keys. I should have just opened the door. And I hope I didn't scratch his car. And then I had the keys. I don't have much interaction with him, despite everyone else. I digress. Anyways, the reason I mentioned the microphone here too. Trying my new technique. See if it works. I already don't like it. And this is broken? What the? Yeah. Look on the outside and see what's on the inside. Battery's going out. Almost 1 full year. Mongoose Max Hawaii every day. And everything goes wrong. Headlines. Alright. Oh god, I'm wearing the magnet. Just remembered that. Okay. Boy. Okay. The headlines read, let's just use this. The headlines read, Mauna Loa, the big one, not the little one, the side one, Kilauea with the Halibama pit and that other stuff that's been going on all the time. But the big one on top. There's 2 big mountains right next to each other. Mauna Loa, that one. Every 7 years it oozes out magma. One time it almost went all the way down to Hilo. Hilo, bye-bye. Well, tsunami one way, lava the other way. Let's go to Hilo. It's overdue. That's that. It's a volcanic island with fresh water in the middle of the Pacific, North Pacific, and there you go. Deal with it. Back in the day, 1981. Dan and Jose Ova of Quickly watch the Peter Jacket prepare meal in the Lava Rock kitchen, include walk-in refrigerator, 2 ovens, deep sea diving helmet repurposed as a light fixture. So it's like freaking deep sea diving helmet over there. As long as it's not over your head when you're eating. Into underwater deep sea. Alright, and since this is take 2, it's all over the map. Home the shelters, fewer in 10 years, and it's a squid because deep sea diving helmet squid, 20,000 leagues under the sea. And a whale of a tail, whale of a tail, you never seen 20,000, the Disney 20,000. This is my ship, the Nautilus, and I am Captain Nemo. I am hell-bent to make war with war, even though it's kind of a contradiction. And of course, oh my god, that's like a noise. The big Q. Do you support Oahu's upcoming red light camera project? The nab drivers who run red lights. 31%. No, not needed. Dislike idea. Yellow means go. Yes, 64%. It's needed, worth trying. Yeah, I made that up. 5% undecided, open to hearing more. Okay. Why are you asking me this question? Yeah, I'm the kind of guy that's like, it goes yellow, I try to slow down, it's for something, it goes yellow fast and it's red fast. Then I'm the kind of guy, I'm like pulling through one of those stops and partly and everything. And everyone else is zoom, zoom, zoom. And I'm the guy stuck halfway in the parking walkway. Yeah, okay, sports, let's get this over with here. Okay, sports, it's golfer time. This guy won. Oh boy, he won. Yay. First time fada. John Ram rallies to the U.S. Open. That's what he won. He won the golf U.S. Open. Yay! He his trophy. Yay! I usually wouldn't cover golf, but this guy has like what? A 25-foot birdie putt on the 17th hole. Then another left to the right birdie putt from 18 feet on the final hole, 400 shot to victory. So basically, on 2 putts, he won the U.S. Open with a putt-putt. It's putt-putt golf. And he brought his 3-month-old son, because he's first father, and it's on Father's Day. So, yay! I won! Look at my baby! Oh, my baby! Look at this! Look at this, mom! Look at my baby! And his kid's on the up looking, hey, Dad, I'm down here. That's the trophy. Sorry, I had to do that. And what else? Nothing. Okay. And the Pride Parade. Okay, the Pride Parade wasn't a anti-gay truck into the crowd guy. Thank God, because we stopped needing that. But it turns the first openly gay mayor of Florida, I guess, was going, it's them. They're attacking. They're after us again. It's happening again. So he was the one for the call that shot, and apparently it wasn't. It was just a tragic accident. The 77-year-old who was, I don't know, part of the gay pride celebration stuff. Big thing in Poland too. Giant, I don't know, Equality Day or something. But 77-year-old guy couldn't walk, so he's in his car at the parade thing, and then I guess he had a 77-year-old moment, and it was pedal to the metal, and it went right into the boys' choir. God dang, man. Well, I should have aligned his hand. Try the other way. Dasher, rasher, fresher. The storm claims 13 lives because it came on shore and just went boosh. But really, the deadly ones are these chupacabra, whatever they cabals, killing people at random now on Texas border towns and other such things. Graham's analysis by machine, human death suffers. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, political cartoon. Hey, it's my body, it's my choice. It only counts when I say it. And then the chick's like, my body, my choice, pro-choice, Roe versus Wade. He's anti-vaxxer. It's my body, my choice. It's really too true to be too funny. Now, the letters to the editor. Dang it, man. A light went out. What's that? Freaking light don't work now. This light doesn't. What happened to my? It dims though. That's freaking cool. Chambers, as in the Star Chamber, efforts cannot replace living wage. Poor Chamber of Commerce, Hawaii. You can't find enough workers for businesses. Cite June 18th article. Maybe I should have advocated a living wage for those struggling to survive here. The Chamber's solution to use high schooler students to fill vacancies is a stopgap measure at best. At its worst, it perpetuates a low-wage workforce. You reap what you sow. Bill Thomas, Colombo Valley. Yay! I like Marxism. I like Marx, Karl Marx. Not the Communist Manifesto. I had to read all that stuff, political science. I'm not like Mr. Usurp the government. But Marx was all about, it was very convoluted. It's hard to read. I don't recommend it. But it's about exploiting the workers. And that's what we got in America, exploitation of the workers. Voting is not just right, but a responsibility. Regarding the automatic voter registration, I take issue with the premise that voter rolls would be more up to date. Cites article June 17th. With the DMV now updating voter registrations, changes of addresses, moving out of state, deaths, as one is not required to be a citizen to obtain a Hawaiian driver's license, the HDL. How can one be assured that only citizens will receive a ballot? I'm sure they got something that can filter that. Voting is not only a right of the citizen, but it's a responsibility. It should be something that is respected, cherished, not something that one has to force to do to make a mark on a ballot and mail it in. One should know who and why they are voting for somebody and not just because of race, gender, or party. It is time. It is time! The sun sets, races around behind you to find you again. The sun is the same in a relative way, but you're older. Got the lyrics out of match. Sorry. Thank you, Floyd. Voting is not only right, blah, 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 blah. One should know who and why, blah, blah, blah. It is time to contemplate how voting can make a difference in our lives, family, and communities. Voting should take effort. Terry Matthews, Eva Beach. Yeah, I used to do that voting thing, especially when you have to go to the polls, wait in line, you're sitting there going, it's like you get that feeling like, hurry up, come on, just little flag. Some like gear from the first early days of Longest Natural Life, the channel, newspaper. Always like, so you're there, the little flag hanging behind you, and you're like, with that kind of a hole puncher thing. And I'm just like, oh, Hawaiian name, Holly name, balance it off. Because people group in their little groups and stuff like that here. And so now with the mail-in, I can take the ballot down to my room, check out the names on the internet. And I was like, oh man, I ain't voting for, yeah, I'll vote for that one, yeah. You'll be amazed. Schools shouldn't bear McKinley's name. Those who are opposing the name change of McKinley High School apparently do not know the history and name, or do not care if they do know, or if they know if they care. They don't care who McKinley is. President William McKinley illegally annexed Hawaii against the will of the Queen and the people. Even the annexation documents on his statue is a lie. McKinley supported Americanizing Hawaiians through propaganda, removing their culture, making it illegal for them to speak their language, and to use Hawaiian first name. Hawaiians were suppressed. I see signs that say, see McKinley High School. The school is not being demolished. Schools should be named after someone who deserves to have their name on it. Read the history of President McKinley before you stand on a corner and protest in support of a corrupt American president. Who would figure there'd be corrupt American presidents? No such thing, eh? Oh, yeah. Protesting without historical knowledge, it continues suppressing Hawaiians. Surely there is a worthy Hawaiian in history who deserves their name on this school. Dora S. Johnson, Macaulay McKinley. This is before her morning coffee. Yeah, Dora, I mean, sure. I mean, maybe the name change thing, I don't know. It's kind of just weird changing names like that. But I think, in matter of fact, though, I think you're sliding on the sovereignty issue, and they have a very colored view of that spot in history. It wasn't made better by Bill Clinton signing this admission thing just for the sake of signing it. Well, true history versus what you think happened. That's what history's like. It just has all. Yeah, go on. Biden's spend and tax plan will kill innovation. A recent letter, "Don't let U.S. become another Venezuela," reminds me of a Harry Belafonte song. Matilda. Waltzing Matilda? No, that song is Harry Belafonte. Barrel of Bella. She take my money and run Venezuela. She take me money and she run. Is it a ska thing? She take me money and she run Venezuela. She take me money and she run Venezuela. She take me money and she run Venezuela. She take me money and she. No, I guess not. Yet President Joe, who wants candy? Biden Has us all on a slippery slope. Wait a minute here. I detect these things. Yes, President Joe, who wants candy Biden? Ding! Has us all on a slippery slope. Ding! By declaring another federal holiday, June 13th. Who means that, right? His dystopian leadership, ding, will result in Hawaii and our countries declaring likewise. Leadership will result in Hawaii and other counties declaring likewise. But he's not a tax and spend Democrat / socialist. Ding! He's a spend then tax devotee aiming to kill golden gooses. Ding! Like Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and many other to-be American pioneers. Ding! Who hire thousands of non-governmental productive workers. When will we ever learn, Alan? Ding! Watch too much Fox News TV and absorb all the rhetoric. Matsuda Hawaii guy. Yeah, I think you got a lot of influence there behind that one. But I like it. I don't like I'd agree with it, but I like it. Let's give Lay's Japan's better sport at the airport. Recently I visited the airport having decided to buy myself just a lei for just the heck of it. It was Friday. After finding a little sign showing where the lei stands were and having to go across 3 lanes to get to the entrance, I parked in a spot and noticed all of the closed lei shops. There must have been 4 or 5. Growing up in Hawaii, we would always stop at the lei shops in the airport to buy a couple of leis for our visitors. Many times we would be given some older leis for us and maybe some gardenias thrown in. You couldn't help but stop to buy leis because you had to pass them to get into the arrival area. We need to move our lei shops so that they are seen when we drive into the airport. This will remind us and encourage us to stop and get a lei before our visitors, perhaps a lei for ourselves. Leis are one of the wonderful things that identifies us here in Hawaii. Greeting our visitors with a lei and a kiss. With a tongue, a little hole in the mask. Yeah. If we keep ignoring our airport lei stands, at some point we may lose them all. Libby Elliot Tomar Kailua. Yeah, Libby. That's a good editorial. Get those lei stands out there in the front. I don't know about this one. I'm just saying it's about the Justice Department being corrupt and they should pick some guy to really kick booty as far as rooting out the new corruption. They got this guy, but he's not good enough. He's not tough enough. But really you need to root out the corruptness out of the Department of Justice. Because last time it was so broken. And that's that. Okay. Well, that's it. Take 2. Take 2 Monday. 364 days of solid Mongoose Max newspaper. And we're going to make that. I have to figure out some job. Anyways, hang loose. What's going on, okay?